Are you a God-fearing man, Senator? That's such a strange phrase. I've always thought of God as a teacher, as a bringer of light, wisdom, and understanding. You see, I think what you really are afraid of is me.
You are now tuned in to Just My Thoughts. This progress around the kingdom from the mountaintop. Maybe trying here somewhere, but I've still got that bug in my ear. Listen to that podcast will get you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, the sexy and the not so sexy, big children and little. I'm the novelist, author, poet, Lamont Anthony Wright, aka Graffiti Bleu. A few things. This is an open letter to the American hypocrite. And before I get into what that open letter will detail, I just wanted to say a few things about the restructuring of the media content that is produced on the platform of Graffiti Bleu Worldwide, aka gblue.com. The podcast you're watching, the video podcast, is called Just My Thoughts. And it used to be structured different. It went through a couple of different manifestos. I worked for a couple of people, one of them being Culturazine Media, on Just My Thoughts inaugural run for the first 2 years. And since then, I decided to become 100% independent of that brand. Number two, because of the Mirror of Minds podcast, along with Lauren Keeler, I see no need to do the traditional podcast, topic heavy, breaking down a specific topic the way it was being done, because I was doing that with Lauren. And I added some feminine energy to what I was already doing. So that seemed better suited for that genre of podcast. So what becomes of Just My Thoughts? Well, Just My Thoughts is just what it says. It is just my thoughts. And I want you to know that this is not a haphazard podcast where I just turn the camera on and start rambling. All of the media that comes out of Graffiti Bleu Worldwide, aka gblue.com, is very well thought of. I just don't put content up for the sake of putting out content. With that being said, I wanted some sort of interaction. So, one, if there are topics you want me to delve deeper into, please contact me. If there are artists you want me to interview, please contact me. I travel wherever, okay? I'm based out of California. There's nowhere in California I can't get to. And if you're ever in California and want to do an interview while you're here, holla at your boy. Or if you have a statement or whatever that you just want to make, if you have a brand you want to advertise here, holla at your boy. You can do this by emailing me at the website info@gblue.com. That's info@gbleu.com. Now, my open letter to the American hypocrite is as follows. I will get deeper in the other episodes, but it is my belief that we create our own reality. So in this sort of election season, I just wanted to ask a few questions to the American people. One of those is, do you expect anyone to ever do anything differently than anything they've ever previously been doing? So if they've always done that and they've never done this, why would we expect them to do this? For example, if you voted for Donald Trump, that's fine. I have zero problems with this. I didn't have a problem with Kanye West endorsing Donald Trump either. My problem with Kanye was that when asked why he supported Donald Trump, his answer was simply, because you can't tell me who to vote for. So it sounds like Kanye was in his ego. Surprise, surprise. If he wants to ignore the social responsibility of being the huge celebrity he is, and using that not as responsibly as he could, and say, well, this is the reason why, or even articulate, a man who could rap as well as Kanye not being articulate is weird to me. So you do what you do. But the same way he has the right to vote for whoever he wants to, not mad at that, but the consumer has the right to not purchase his albums.
That's that crack music, nigga.
Moving forward, as far as Donald Trump though goes, it's like, well, does the American people, or has the American people ever seen a situation where a very wealthy businessman has ever been in the best interest of the middle class or the little guy? Has it ever happened? Has it ever happened where somebody was like, you know what, I'm wealthier than God, let me give my money to whatever? There have been philanthropists that have been rich that have given to maybe a school or something like that, but it's always with some kind of catch. If I'm going to give computers to the school, then you guys are going to use my software, right? Also, as far as Donald Trump is concerned, in this open letter to the American Hypocrite, do we really think that him or anybody else can be rude to women behind closed doors and in the best interest of women when it comes to policy? It's the same guy that is going to badmouth women when he doesn't think the tape recorder is on and say this about women, this about women, this about women. Do we really believe that this same person is going to turn around when the policy is on the table and say, you know what, we need to do all we can do to make sure these women get a fair shake? It makes no difference to me. I have no emotional investment in who you vote for, who you don't vote for, what Kanye says, what Donald Trump says. This is just an open letter to the American people, the American hypocrite rather. And we put ourselves in these boxes expecting people to do that which they have never done, right? And then we're scratching our head asking ourselves why whatever doesn't seem to happen. That's it for this episode. This is episode 1 on Just My Thoughts. Again, if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, or you have an artist you want me to interview, please holla at your boy at info@gbleu.com. That's info@gbleu.com. This is your man, and I'm out.